I have a really interesting rifle to show you today, but before I get into it, I just want to mention I was supposed to be deer hunting, but it's so warm everywhere up here in British Columbia, or at least where I am now. I don't see any deer. I think they're all tanning. Remarkably warm, and so I decided, well, seeing as we can't find any deer, or even any sign of deer, maybe we'll make a couple of videos. So here's the rifle, and this is something else. So you probably know the Soviet SVT-40, Tokarev. I think that's the designer, and there's a pistol by that name as well. Naturally, it caught my eye because SVT-40 does not look like this. It does not have a really nice walnut stock. It doesn't have a limb saver recoil pad on it, which this one does. So of course I bought the rifle, and on the barrel, in case you're wondering, it says Globco Mohawk, Globe Firearms, and then some other markings. But here's the coolest part. You would think it's in 7.62 by 54R, but it's actually in 303 British. Naturally, when you hear this kind of modification, you suspect that maybe it's not going to work so well, but this modification works perfectly well. There's the action that we all know, and you can see they had to open the back of the chamber just slightly, or modify it, because actually I looked at the two rounds, and the 7.62 by 54R has a slightly larger base. So I'm not sure whether they set this barrel back, or even where they got the barrel from. Possibly it's been rebored and re-rifled. I don't know. Whatever they did, this works perfectly, and we just took some shots a moment ago, and here's the result. I shot, and I usually think I miss. I don't know why, but the board didn't move, even though it looks like decent wood to me, but it didn't do anything. I thought I missed, but there was the shot with just the factory sights, and what is that? Maybe about 100 yards, I guess. So pretty good. Normally when you see a shot like this, you should stop shooting because things aren't going to get any better. But we'll take some more shots. I'll just toss that down. And then you probably wonder what feeds this thing. So this is the original magazine, and I'm pretty sure that they put a different follower in there. And the rounds feed quite well. Naturally, you probably know that when you're loading rimmed cartridges, you should have each rim in front of the last rim, just so the rims don't catch. If that doesn't make sense, I can do a better explanation another time. Anyway, what impressed me was, as usual with Soviet or Russian manufacture, this is heavy duty steel. I think this is to limit the number of rounds that go in the magazine, and loading very straightforward. Just like that, very easy, and it stays open. The sights are calibrated out to, looks like, I would assume 1,500 meters, and I don't have an SVT-40, or else I'd be comparing the two. That would be the best. But I'm assuming these are factory. Of course, the ramp front sight is not from the original factory. It looks like a Globco product, but it's silver soldered or brazed on somehow. The bore is spotless. It's flat new. What can I say? The safety is kind of cool, but it from the SVT-40. It pops into the trigger guard here. That's it down there. And then to take it off safe just like that. And it seems to me that takedown and cleaning of these would be pretty easy. Anyway, I read a few things about the SVT-40, but it's easy for you to click on this rifle and, you know, read about the reviews, the battlefield experience and so forth. But I thought I'd show it to you because A, it's unusually accurate for a semi-automatic rifle. We've had no jams. It throws the empty about 20 feet behind me, which is spectacular. I watched another shooter. So you can tell I'm completely impressed with this rifle. If I saw another one, I'd buy it too. All right, we'll take a couple of shots and just see how it shoots. Okay, so I loaded 3 rounds, 303 British, Winchester 180 grain. Usually people ask me what am I shooting, so I try to remember to say. Pull the action back. That part you're probably familiar with. And gee, it's a nice rifle. I've got the same planks down there that I just showed you. Yeah, so I think you could shoot this thing all day long. I'll have to investigate what this is for. I just noticed this. It's a little gas adjustment screw, I guess. I'm not sure what it does. It doesn't look like a fastener. Anyway, you probably know already. I'm trying to remember, is there another 303 British semi-automatic rifle? I can't remember one. They're almost all Enfields or single shots. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe you know of one. But here it is. So if you come across something like this, maybe worth a second look. And I think there might be a gas adjustment mechanism at the front too, for when it's getting colder. It even has you know, numbers on it, which must have some meaning. This thing just doesn't miss. It's quite something to pick up a rifle that maybe it's not the most attractive rifle, but this is sensational. I'm hitting everything today, which doesn't usually happen. Anyway, maybe our luck will change and something will show up, but in the meantime, I think this is worth looking at and shooting and sharing with you. Well, with that, I guess I'll bid you farewell and see you on the next video. Take care until then. Bye.